is Megan Medley reporting to all my fans out there from, yes, my house in the boondocks instead of the studio. Sorry about that. But we're in quarantine here since my grandmother went to the grocery store without a mask and caught, you know what. So far, all she's had is an elevated temperature and a bit of a dry cough, but we're trying to remain optimistic, especially because all the local hospital beds are completely full. But I thought as a sort of you are there public service, I would interview her instead of the type of celebrity guest I would normally have on the show, who couldn't come to the studio any more than I can right now. So here she is, my darling grandmother, Dottie Powers. Oops, sorry about that. Dottie, she's been nodding off the last couple of days. Dottie, nothing to do with, it's just she's almost 80 now, and I think we got her now. Hi, Dottie, say hi to all the folks in television. Like, careful!
Face.
Sorry, folks.
You're crazy.
Dottie, I told you we'd be doing this.
And nobody wants to wake up with a computer in their face.
You had dozed off.
I need my sleep.
Okay, there. All right, here she is, my grandmother, Dottie Powers.
Well, hello. Is there really anybody out there?
Oh, yes, thousands of them. I have many loyal viewers, people who watch my show. You know that, Granny.
Well, hello. If you're out there, I hope you're staying well. Oh.
Do you want some cough syrup or a lozenge?
Yeah, a lozenge. Nothing much works. Oh, thank you.
Are you sure you're going to be able to do the interview, Granny?
We'll see. Well,
if it becomes too much, you just let me know, okay?
And just go ahead. Just start.
Right. So, here is today's big scoop. The first interview with the virus. Now, I realize this might not be popular with many of you, but I am truly terrified about how many people aren't taking this seriously. I know all of you are too smart to believe any of the idiotic things going around like, it's just the flu, it will be gone by summer, we can't let this hurt the economy, we've got this under control. People, we don't have this under control. That is just wishful thinking. We have to remember that this is a war. And the enemy is these teeny tiny little viruses that want us just as dead as we want to survive. Look at Florida and Texas. So I hope you all will indulge me as I try and figure out what's really going on in my poor granny's body. So, Dottie, can you tell us what you're feeling?
Greetings.
What?
Just saying hello to all my fans out there.
Dottie?
Afraid not. You wanted to interview me, not her, right?
You?
Hi there, Meg. Let me introduce myself, as we aliens always say in your movies. COVID-19 reporting for duty. I'm a particularly virulent coronavirus in charge of the occupying forces that have conquered this life form.
Granny? Dottie?
Nobody there. We had her lungs. We just got her brain. Now I'm using her speech centers. You wanted to talk? Let's talk.
Help! Somebody help!
Too late for that. We made an amphibious landing when she coughed in your face while you were nagging her about going around without a mask. And you weren't wearing a mask. You get the irony?
Oh my God.
Who is that, by the way? We hear that a lot, but we don't see much in the way of follow-up. At least not much that's working for you.
What do you want?
You ask the questions, I give the answers, an interview. Okay, what do I want? World domination! I'm just kidding. We're here in response to an urgent summons from, I guess you'd call it Mother Nature.
What?
What? You're supposed to be a journalist? What kind of weak, repetitive... Okay, I'll pretend that was a real question. Why did I say Mother Nature instead of God or the Earth? My sense of irony again. You're always talking about dear old Mother Nature, as if she was a friend of yours. Wake up. For the past 500 years, You've been an increasingly bothersome pest, messing up the land, the oceans, other life forms. But in the past 100 years, you've actually figured out ways to poison the atmosphere, mess up the weather, reproduce yourselves at such an alarming rate you've become an actual threat to the world. The dinosaurs took eons to work up to that level. You puny humans have managed it in the blink of an eye. When there were just small groups of you who could be wiped out by any natural disaster, you had a certain sense of humility. But now that you imagine you own the planet, your blind pride has led you to the cliff's edge, and you're about to rush over like lemmings.
Help me!
Well, yes, that's one of the reasons we're here. But only one. First, we have to save the Earth. See, Mother Nature, or the balance of the universe, or the will of God, or the manifest destiny of viruses, whatever you want to call everything you're trying to beat, we've all been relying on you to do yourselves in and save us the trouble. Problem is, the magnitude of the mess you're leaving might be more than the Earth can cure by itself.
What do you mean?
Didn't your teacher explain this to you in 7th grade biology? The Earth is extremely tough, resilient, self-regulating, designed to counteract just about anything that gets thrown at it. Too much carbon dioxide in the air? That encourages the growth of plants, which produce more oxygen. Back in balance. Getting too hot? More water evaporates, producing clouds that shield the Earth from the sun. Too cold? Atmospheric water gets trapped in ice, so clouds can't form, sun warms it back up. You see what I mean? But how could the system anticipate a species so blindly stupid that it cuts down the very forests that give it oxygen, kills off the animals and plants it eats, destroys the ozone layer, melts the ice that keeps the oceans from drowning the land? I can't speak for God or Mother Nature, but even an avaricious killer like me stands in awe of the way you mutant chimpanzees go about wiping out creation.
How dare you talk to me like that? You're trying to kill my grandmother!
Just doing my job, ma'am. And don't take it personally when we get to work on you.
I'm a liberal. I fought against climate change.
Oh, did you win? This nice weather here, in 20 years this will be the Sahara.
I didn't vote for Trump.
Hey, don't badmouth my man. Every time he shows up without a mask, another know-nothing America firster bites the dust.
But I'm not one of them. I want to fix the world. This isn't fair.
Fair? You're killing me. Now you're supposed to say, but how could I know? And I get to say, no man is an island.
All right, make fun of me. But you know what? We're going to win. We always do. We'll come up with a vaccine. We may make mistakes, but we learn from them.
That's how we work, too.
And in the end, we survive.
Right.
I mean it.
Unfortunately, so do I.
You're agreeing with me?
I'm afraid so.
What is this?
A sober assessment. Viruses may be many things, but we're not emotional.
You don't think you're going to win?
Of course we're going to win, and then we're going to lose. When enough of you are dead, we can no longer spread, so we die off too. That's how it works. See? Not looking for world domination like your species, just keeping the balance. Do you ever look at your history? Do you know about the last time we came for you?
SARS?
That was just a trial run for us. No, I'm talking about the real pandemic.
The Spanish flu.
1918. Almost exactly 100 years ago when we first saw the threat you posed. 60 million killed out of a population of almost 2 billion. About 30%. Far more than the World War that upset you so much. Should have been a warning. Didn't even slow you down. Population doubling every few years since then. But more to the point, No change in your destructive behavior. So here we are again. But the statistics are not encouraging. According to the data projections, we probably won't kill more than 1 million people this time. Despite the bumbling response from your politicians, your doctors managed to come up with strategies that crippled our attack. Depressing, isn't it? The only hope is that the loss will somehow mean more to you this time, make you hurt so much you start to think. Because thinking is the one thing your species does that could be helpful, and the Earth needs some help if it's going to recover.
So, you're not the bad guy.
Look in the mirror. Who is the virus attacking this planet? Me or you?
Why did you want this interview anyway?
It was your idea.
Mind control! You're trying propaganda since genocide isn't working.
This is what I get from an enlightened liberal? Suspicion, self-justification. Hey, I only want a little understanding.
You monster! You... Oh my god. I've got the virus. I am the virus.